Good afternoon, North Georgia. I'm student meteorologist. I'm just practicing. It's just student meteorologist Jacob Pease. We're coming to you with live severe weather coverage. We've got a brand new tornado warning up here in that's going to be northern Gilmer counties and southern Fannin counties. Going to be moving up to the north at
All right,
about.
We're going live.
Okay.
5. Hold. Video starting. Go.
All right, you got me?
Yeah, you're live.
All right. Well, I am student meteorologist Jacob Pease here with the WeatherDawgs in Athens, Georgia at the University of Georgia. We're coming to you live with a tornado warning that has just popped up here in Gilmer County and Fannin County, up in far reaches of North Georgia, up there in the Blue Ridge Mountain. We see right here, coming down here, Higdon is going to be under the gun. You need to be getting into your safe place immediately, very soon, about 7 minutes from Higdon, 15 minutes from McKaysville, and then moving off out of our area into Tennessee in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the velocity mode. We'll zoom in real close right down here and see if we can't see what the rotation looks like on here. And based off of this view, it's pretty broad. We got a little bit of some rotation right there. Usually for rotation, we look for the greens and the reds on this product to be really close together. Greens going towards the radar and reds going away. And right here we can see just a little bit right there with the greens and the reds touching. And so that is what's prompted the National Weather Service to issue this tornado warning for the far north reaches of Georgia. So right now, you've got.
Yeah, and where this is moving through, that's a very, it's about to move over the Blue Ridge Mountains here. It's kind of like a state park here in western Fannin County here, especially where this area rotation is. But eventually, once it gets through that, it's going to go through McKaysville, which is, if you've ever been to the North Georgia mountains and you've been in Fannin County before, you know McKaysville is that city that's right there on the Georgia-North Carolina border. And so you've got, again, about 19 minutes before it gets there as well, that area of rotation, as it moves off to the north and east. So if you are anywhere in Fannin County to the west of, this does not include the city of Blue Ridge, but if you're to the west of the city of Blue Ridge, like places like Higdon and McKaysville, go ahead and seek shelter now. This storm spun up very quickly. We've been waiting to see all these supercells that have now been coming in from the south to the north. So if you live in McKaysville or know people that live on the other side of that Tennessee border, go ahead and tell them to seek shelter now.
And Nate, could you fix the track right here? I feel like that's a little bit too far south, and I think it's going to be in Higdon a lot quicker than 9 minutes, personally, based off of how fast it's moving. I'd say start it right at about in here in the center of the storm. But the threat is still the same. It's basically on Higdon's doorstep right there. So yeah, 3 minutes. You're going to want to get to your safe spot right now. I want to go back to the velocity mode real quick and point something out. We are kind of in a radar hole right now. And you can even see there's a little bit of a contamination right here. This purple stuff is some little bit of contamination, but this is really far away from any radars. We've got the Peachtree City radar far away in Atlanta, and then the Huntsville radar over in Alabama, but this is kind of in the middle area where it's really hard to see the data very well. This is sort of really high up in the atmosphere. It's not a very good image of what we're seeing, so the fact that the Weather Service issued this warning is a good idea. That you should take this seriously, that there very well could be a tornado on the ground, even though we can't fully see it. But the threat remains the same. We should treat this as if there is a tornado on the ground. As you're going to your safe places up here in from the cities up there, whatever it was, but
McKaysville.
Yeah. It's going to be on your doorstep. They're going to break first. So right here, we saw the couplet tighten up just a little bit there, I think. See a little bit more of a defined area for the rotation of those greens and reds, but here we go right here. Got its tornado warning. It's going to be in effect until about 9:30 tonight for Gilmer and Fannin counties. We've got northern Gilmer County right here. Just want to make sure you're getting to your safe place now. This storm could be potentially dangerous, and we could be potentially producing a tornado as we speak. Very strong core of reflectivity right here. These reds, very strong rain, and then our tornado is going to be right here, right along the Gilmer and Fannin County line, moving up to the north very quickly. So Meg, if you could track that again with the track, just to get a timing of things as the radar updates here a little bit. See Mineral Bluff right here. You are out of the box. Y'all are good. Blue Ridge right here. Y'all are okay. Y'all are in the clear. There's no imminent threat of a tornado in your area. Over here you see Crandall. Y'all are out. Right here in McKaysville, we've got 12 minutes, and I would even say you should be getting to your safe place right now. This storm is moving very quickly, and it will be up there in a hurry, and we don't want you to be caught off guard. So make sure that you're getting to your safe place immediately. Also, I would urge you to put on a good pair of tennis shoes should you be in the line of this, because if a tornado does come and it hits your house and there's scattered debris everywhere, it could be very, very dangerous stepping on. There could be exposed nails, exposed debris that could hurt your foot, cut your foot, give an infection. You just want to urge that you have good tennis shoes so that if you do have to walk around outside, you will be prepared. Want to go through once again what to do in a tornado warning. You want to get to the lowest floor of your house, preferably a basement. If you have a storm shelter, go there immediately. And if you can't do that, go to the most interior room of your house, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And more importantly than that, you want to protect your head. Protect your head, because that's the most vulnerable part of your body when it comes to flying debris. Typically these tornadoes, they cause a lot of flying debris, like pieces of trees, wood sidings of houses, and those things can fly around and they can come and hit you in the head. So you want to make sure that you protect your melon so that protect your head so that you don't get any concussions or anything more severe. And also make sure that if you have a weather radio, be sure to have that on right now. They'll be giving you the most up-to-date information. And also stay tuned with the WeatherDawgs. We're going to be covering you right now for the time being until this threat is finally over.
Yeah, Jacob. And again, this tornado warning goes until 9:30 p.m. and we're going to stay with you up until this either crosses into the Tennessee border or the National Weather Service in Peachtree City allows it to expire or cancels it. They've now taken Gilmer County out of that tornado warning. So if you are in LJ and Gilmer County, you are in the clear. This tornado warning no longer includes you and anywhere in Gilmer County. This is now just for Fannin County, and it's moving quickly towards McKaysville at about 55 miles an hour off to the north and east. And again, just like Jacob said earlier, if you're in the path of this tornado, you want to get to the lowest part of your home. That's the first floor, the bottom floor. If you have a basement, go in there and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So whether that be your bathroom, whether that be a closet, whether that be under the stairs, put as many walls between you and outside as possible. We have seen some of these smaller storms earlier trying to rotate, but this one, the National Weather Service went ahead and pulled the trigger on the tornado warning, thinking that it was strong enough for the possibility and the potential for a tornadic storm here. So we're going to continue to stay with you until this either expires or cancels or moves into Tennessee. If you're watching us and you're from the Athens area, if you know somebody in Fannin County, just give them a phone call, let them know that, hey, you've got a tornadic supercell moving your way as this crosses over into the Tennessee border. We're just waiting for that, any updates from the National Weather Service now. But again, this tornado warning is for Fannin County. It does not repeat, this does not include the city of Blue Ridge. This is off to the north and west of Blue Ridge right now, and it is moving off to the north and east at 55 miles an hour towards McKaysville. So if you're on the road, go ahead and get off and find a safe place. If you need to jump in a ditch while you're on the road, go ahead and do that. But we don't have any confirmation. Again, this is radar indicated rotation for the potential of this storm to produce a tornado.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So basically what Malik said, you want to get to your safe place now, get off, if you're on the roads, pull off into the side of the road, get in a ditch, get as low as you possibly can, just find a safe spot. I want to look back at the, I want to see if there's any correlation coefficient. I know we're kind of far away from the radar, but, and yeah, it's a lot of interference. You can't really see. We're looking for a sort of something that pokes out at us right here. And really, we don't see anything that sort of sticks our eye out right now. So that doesn't mean that there isn't something on the ground, but we are in a very rough place for radar right here in this radar hole. This is our velocity once again. We don't really see anything too overly concerning, but once again, that doesn't mean that you should lighten up, or what's the word I'm looking for? You shouldn't stop. You shouldn't relax. You shouldn't stop taking this seriously. There could very well still be an imminent threat with this. There could still be a tornado on the ground. So we want to take this as if there is, and take your precautions as necessary. We see it starting to impinge on the McKaysville area now. We see the heaviest portion of the storm moving into the Tennessee area now. Higdon, I want to say you are in the clear now, I believe. You go back to the reflectivity mode, the radar. Go back up here, and Higdon, you are... We'll give you about 5 more minutes, and you guys will be in the clear. Mineral Bluff over here, you guys are all good. Blue Ridge, like Malik said, you guys are all good. There's no imminent threat for any tornado or anything severe as of this moment for you guys. But McKaysville, right up here on the North Georgia border, and any surrounding towns, you guys are under the immediate threat for a potential tornado. A brief little spin up. We see this small little supercell. It's not very big, and you can't really see any key features for a supercell. So we can't really point out exactly where in this warning box we see a tornado. But want to urge that anybody inside this box should be taking shelter immediately. And now you might hear sirens going off over here in Mineral Bluff and off in the rest of Fannin County. But I urge you that you are not under a tornado warning at this moment. It is for the towns of Higdon and McKaysville, moving up into Tennessee, into Ducktown over here, into the areas of Hot House and Turtletown up here just a little bit further. And now I can safely say that Higdon, you guys are all clear. You guys are good. You are able to come out of your safe places. And just be careful doing so. Don't go outside and try to go see if you can see it, because it is probably very rain wrapped, and there's probably plenty of trees in the way. Typically here in Georgia, we can't really see any tornadoes or anything like that because there's just too many trees, or they're often rain wrapped. So want to urge you to stay inside, as there could be some lightning, a couple other threats, maybe some strong winds. Right now, just stay indoors. You in McKaysville, excuse me.
Did you see that couple of dogs?
Right here. Oh, Justin. So yeah, just stay in your safe spots. Right here in McKaysville, we've got storm right on top of you. Our tornado is probably going to be, if there is one on the ground, it's going to be in McKaysville. As we speak, I want you to get to your safe place, inner areas of your house. Yeah, here we go, 3 minutes, probably right now from McKaysville, and then moving up to Copper Hill, Tennessee in 4 minutes, Ducktown in 7, Turtletown in 16, and then Tellico Plains up there in 38 minutes. But right now, the threat is from McKaysville. You guys should be in your safe spots immediately right now. Let's go back to the velocity mode real quick and see if we can't see anything on this. See any broad rotation. It's very broad. I mean, it's not showing the same signs that it was whenever the National Weather Service first issued this warning, but once again, we are in a radar hole, kind of in no man's land right now. But there is just a little bit of a signal. You can see the greens right here, the reds right here. The greens are going toward the south, and the reds are coming back up here to the north, away from the radar. And there's just a slight bit of rotation right here. Moving up to the McKaysville area, you should be in your safe spot right now. Moving up to the north, northeast at about 55 miles an hour. It's going to be right here. If we can, I don't know if there's any road names we could spout out, but basically anybody inside this box, right here along, what is this highway right here? 60, does that say 60? Highway 60 up here, right along the, 68, oh my mistake. Highway 68 right here, right along the North Georgia border. You guys, if you live in Fannin County, if you live along that, you should be in your safe place right now with your helmets and your shoes and with your phones and your devices so that you can continue to get live severe weather updates. So yeah, we just got this broad area of rotation right here. Can we look at the tornado watch area real quick just to get a broader sense of this just for a second? We've got the rest of the state, the western side of the state right here under a tornado watch. We've got Metro Atlanta area, Rome over here, Dalton, LaGrange, and even Cartersville and Kennesaw. You guys are under a tornado watch for the time being until about 4 a.m. this tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Tornadoes are likely, and some of them could be strong and potentially long track tornadoes, as there are a bunch of supercells. You can see a couple other warnings, tornado warnings over here in the Birmingham metro Atlanta, or the Birmingham metro area in Alabama. Those are going to be producing some strong tornadoes as we speak, and those are going to be pushing off to the northeast into this area that has been marked by the Storm Prediction Center for a tornado watch. So that's going to be in effect till 4 a.m. Is it going to continue? Oh, it was canceled? All right, so we'll go back up here. We see our tornado, our warning box is officially expired. We see our supercell has moved up into Tennessee and out of the state of Georgia, and thankfully the rotation has weakened just enough to where they decided not to continue the warning into Tennessee. So everybody in Fannin County and even northern parts of Gilmer County, you guys are okay to come out of your safe spots. The threat for the tornadoes is over, and so we just want to, yeah, you guys are good. Y'all good to come out. Y'all are safe, and that storm has moved off into Tennessee. Before we go back off the stream, let's take this out just a little bit, just to kind of get the broader sense of what's going on for the southeast right here. We see these tornado warnings over here in the Birmingham metro area. Those have been producing tornadoes all day over there in Alabama. They were under a level 5 out of 5 high risk, and we saw the level 4 out of 5 moderate risk extended into the far western portions of Georgia, and even impinging on the Atlanta area right here, and down along the I-85 corridor. And so we see a little bit of those showers starting to move into the Rome area over here, into Calhoun, and starting to move their way off to the northeast, about 50, 55 miles an hour. They're moving very quickly, and we'll see these storms pushing their way. And so maybe if we could get a future radar just to kind of see what this is going to look like over the next few hours, May. So yeah, here we go. This is tonight about 10 o'clock. See these line of very heavy showers and even some discrete activity down here in southern Alabama. That's going to be pushing its way forward into the metro Atlanta area through the night. By 2 a.m., you see the main part of the line right here in the Atlanta metro, right here through LaGrange, Columbus, and even starting to make its way into Athens by about 3 a.m. The WeatherDawgs will be here with you live all night in case there's any more warnings in the metro Atlanta area. And as we go forward with this, once again, we can see that line starting to push its way through, somewhat remaining semi-discrete. Some of those little cells could be potentially having a threat for tornadoes. But we see by 2 p.m. tomorrow, it's all going to be out of here and off the East Coast. So we're all going to be out of the clear by about, I'm going to say 8, 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is when our threat will be over for the thunderstorms that are moving through right now. So yeah, thank you for watching. You have anything, Malik?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching, and we will be back with any and all the updates. If there are any tornado warnings through the rest of the night, we will be back live here through the duration of any tornado warnings. If you are going to bed, make sure you have a way to be warned to wake you up, and make sure you have a tornado warning plan of where you need to go once you wake up and get that tornado warning. Again, thanks for watching, and we will be back with any live tornado warnings or any impending threats to lives and property if needs be.
All right.